Approximately 200,000 men and women leave the armed services every single year. That transition in the middle of the pandemic is now more of a challenge. And a local Army vet that has tried for years to change the process now has a seat at the table.
This is a passion project for me for the last 10 years.
Over the years, I've followed Army veteran Nate Pelletier's desire to change how service members transition from the military. A dream one step closer, believe it or not, due to the current pandemic.
The interesting thing is COVID has been created a vacuum for it because soldiers are not getting the resources through the Transition Assistance Program right now that they had before, so they don't know what to do with them.
The Transition Assistance Program, or TAP, is mandated by the Department of Defense to help train service members to be civilians again. A program now seeing disruptions due to COVID-19, to include the stoppage of 5 days of in-person classroom time.
We are doing everything virtually now. We're not doing brick and mortar.
Mike Miller is the Director of Private and Public Engagement for the Defense Personnel and Family Support Center, which means he's the expert on the TAP program.
So those transition programs are being taught through a number of different sites based again on where you're at.
Service members concerned about transitioning in uncertain times can elect to extend their time in service until the pandemic passes. The DoD is also extending virtual access and 24-hour counseling for a full year after service members shed their uniform.
So it's not that they get out and they walk away and we're not going to answer any more questions.
We're actually potentially could be fulfilling the TAP program's role.
Nate says the in-person help is crucial, and the hub-based transition model he's developed in partnership with other nonprofits across the country could prove to be the answer. And the VA's new separation sponsorship program could be the way to make it a reality.
We want the sponsorship program to connect us with any soldier right away, and we'll, get the hub organization to work with them over Zoom or whatever like we are today and pull them from the installation into their community.
He says he's had conversations with the VA already, along with Matthew Lewis, a local veteran, an author, and expert on the transition process, and worries veterans who fall through the cracks could become the wrong statistic.
Today, the military measures how many people they push through the TAP program. They don't measure what those people do when they leave the service, how they've landed, how long they've stayed in their jobs, whether or not they've committed suicide.
Now, both are serving as advisors to the VA with a goal to roll out their concept nationwide.
And we are in conversations with another organization which has a large network of collaboratives to do that.
Now, you heard Matthew mention veteran suicide. He and Nate have written a white paper on how a failed transition process can play a role in suicide. I'm going to share that with this story over on my Facebook page, McKee WCPO.